Ahead of the national budget, which will be tabled this Thursday, the government has received a financial boost from the European Union to the tune of 7.8 billion shillings towards the fight against COVID-19. From the amount, 1.2 billion shillings will be channeled directly to vulnerable families and individuals in informal settlements through monthly cash transfers. Between 2.4 to 3 billion shillings will go towards small and medium enterprises to provide short-term working capital. 3.6 billion, on the other hand, has been allocated to mobilize resources towards containing the spread and adverse effects of COVID-19 pandemic in the social, economic and health sectors. 600 million shillings has been set aside to ensure the smooth flow of trade with a bias towards food security. All right, this is some information that those of you who saw the names on social media and phone numbers would really be interested in. The Digital Lenders Association of Kenya, that's DLAC, has condemned the debt-shaming practices that two digital lenders, that's Okash and Opesa, have been employing in debt collection. This follows the online backlash from members of the public regarding the abuse of the privilege that the lenders have access to the borrower's contact list. Now, the lenders have been calling the contacts of borrowers, asking them to pay back the money owed to them. In a statement, the association says the move not only violates Kenyan data protection laws, but also robs the borrower their basic dignity and consumer rights. DLAC, which is an umbrella body for digital lenders such as Tala, Stawika Capital, Zenska Finance Branch and MyCredit, urged the two lenders to promptly cease the practice and turn around their debt collection operations to meet ethical standards. And listed companies intending to hold virtual general meetings due to the effects of the coronavirus will need to factor in 14 days for approval from the Capital Markets Authority. The CMA has released guidelines on how the virtual meetings will be held, with companies being required to submit to the authority details of how the meetings will be held. The companies will also be required to demonstrate how requisite information will be provided to shareholders to enable them make informed decisions before posting the 21-day statutory notice of a meeting to the shareholders. The CMA will confirm or deny approval within 14 days. The Nairobi Security Exchange has provided listed companies with the option of holding virtual AGMs and posting their financial results on social media channels to mitigate the impact of COVID-19, a move which now has legal backing. Some agriculture from finance and potato farmers in Nyandarua County are decrying what they term as poor implementation of the recently approved packaging laws, which they say are increasing their losses. In 2019, the Irish potato regulations came into force, restricting packaging of potatoes to 50-kilogram bags. The regulations also stipulated that potatoes should be sold in kilos. The farmers say brokers are still buying potatoes in bags larger than the 50 kilos, despite the rule being effected, a move which is significantly reducing their profit margin. The farmers further say the closure of hotels following measures by the government to curb the spread of coronavirus has resulted in a dip in the demand for their produce, and the excess supply has seen prices decline.
Haijakamilika, bado tu tunawekewa kwa magunia.
Viazi ni broker, cabbage ni broker, carrot ni broker, na sasa wananunua vile wanataka kwa sababu hakuna wa kupeleka. Sasa ni lazima akikuja hiyo broker akwambia hata ni shilingi 10 utauza tu, kwa sababu utapeleka wapi?
Indeed, that's a valid cry from the farmers, especially at this time. Listed insurance and financial service firm CIC Group has appointed Patrick Nyaga as its Chief Executive Officer effective June 22nd this year. The board of CIC Group settled on Nyaga, who has been working in the banking sector for the last 28 years after an 8-month recruitment exercise. Nyaga previously worked as the Group Finance and Strategy Director for Cooperative Bank Group and an audit firm, that's KPMG East Africa. In a statement, CIC's chairperson Japheth Magomere says the Insurance Regulatory Authority and the Capital Markets Authority have approved the appointment. Elijah Washira, the Managing Director of CIC General Insurance, has been holding fort as the acting CEO after the exit of Tom Gitogo, who was at the helm for 6 years.